Hi folks, how you all doing? Lawrence Man here. Lawrence can draw, apparently. Whew, sorry I didn't get to put out a video yesterday. I've been doing daily videos now for almost 2 weeks, can you believe? Whew, sorry I didn't get one out yesterday though. I've been busy up to my eyes in it doing the Lenovo Yoga A940 review. I filmed almost 20 hours worth of footage, draw tests, pen tests, and all the B footage. So I've got lots of nice panning footage of, you know, every little in and out. It's a really unique device, so yeah, absolutely great. You can tell that today I want to talk to you about this, the Samsung Unpacked event. But yeah, before we begin, I just want to say, as always with these daily videos, a lot of the time I'm answering questions. So if you have one and you think the answer to that is going to be useful to the community, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell, ask your question in the comments below, and if you think the answer is going to be absolutely useful to the entire community, that's absolutely great. And if I like it, then I will answer it in video form. If not, ask anyway. I'm likely to answer it because I do answer, you know, pretty much all of the comments via keyboard. Cool. Okay, so on with the show. Samsung Unpacked event. I didn't really get to watch it. I watched a couple of highlights and that's it, but only because I was on with my review of the Yoga A940. You know, big all-in-one drawing tablet device. I've already made a video on that, but that was my first thoughts before I got my hands on it. So now I've had it in the studio for the best part of a week. It's now gone back today. Really miss it already, but whew, a lot of fun. So I'm going to edit that video tonight and over the weekend. If you're wondering where my Wacom Cintiq Pro 32 video is, that's an entire series and will be with you shortly, as will my Cintiq 16 video. A lot of stuff to do. I don't have an entire editing team, a film crew and everything else like some channels though. So bear with me, people, bear with me. If you want to donate to the channel, if you want to come and work for biscuits, more than happy for you to do that, believe me. If you even want to just translate one of my videos and add subtitles and things like that, you go for it. More than happy for you to do that. Right, the Samsung Unpacked event. You're a tricky, slimy thing, aren't you? As you may know, if you are a subscriber, I love my Note 8 here. Put up a video on this last week pointing out my favourite drawing app and even my favourite app to screen record my drawing. If you like that, click a thumbs up on that video. One thing I would like you to do right now is hit the share button, spread the word on this video, and, you know, put it out on Facebook, put it out on Twitter, share it with your mum, and just anywhere really. It'd be absolutely great. Tell the world about this video right now. Tell the world about my channel. Anything you can do to help push my subscriber numbers out means I get better tech to review, better tech to share with you. You know, gives me the ability, once I get my subscriber count up, to do things like competitions as well. Thank you very much for your help in that matter. Thumbs up. So, the Samsung Unpacked event. I did one for the one last year when the Note 9 came out. Maybe a little harsh on that, but that was only because the horrible drawing guy who they got on stage, turns out Mr. Squiggles or whatever his name was, couldn't draw. And when they gave him the Note 9, drew for about, I think I timed it and it was about 20 seconds. And he was drawing stickmen. I was just angry that, not because they didn't get me involved, but because they didn't get somebody who could draw involved. They made a big deal out of him on social media before the event and then he couldn't draw. So, this event, I said in my in the event video last year that the Note 9 might be the last Note. I heard a rumour from my sources, and lo and behold, there's no Note 10 announced this year. Don't type Note 10 into YouTube because all you get is loads of spammy videos saying Note 10 leaked specs, and there's no Note 10. They killed it. Samsung have officially, well, not officially, but there is no Note 10. So yeah, they've pretty much killed the Note 10. What have they replaced it with? Well, they've replaced it with the folding, I can't remember what they called it, but basically, yeah, the Samsung Foldy phone. I like it. I'm not having a go at it. I'm just bitter that they've cancelled the Note line. They've still got the S line, if you like that. I think it's a nice phone. It's just a kind of less powerful Note phone that hasn't got a stylus, which for artists is pretty useless. The folding phone, I think it's a novelty. It's a gadget. It's okay, but it's more likely to break. Do I need a tablet in my pocket? Not really. I think the screen on my Note was big enough. I don't need to get a phone out and then unfold it and then go, wow, I've now got a tablet. Plus, at some point, like 6 months down the line, a year down the line, is that phone gonna, you know, where the fold is it gonna be all nasty looking? And, you know, I know crap's gonna get in there and it's gonna be all like gungy and stuff like that. But, I mean, is it gonna be like faded there or cracked there, or, you know, what's the year's worth of screenwear gonna look like? That's the kind of thing I definitely get some kind of insurance on. Some kind of trading insurance. So like a year down the line I can go, you take that and I'll have the new phone, please. All my phones are not contract phones. So honestly, I would get that under some kind of contract insurance only. But yeah, I like it. I think it's a new shiny gadget, but I personally wouldn't bother. I'd rather have a phone with a stylus. I was a big Apple user for 20 years. I switched over from Apple because Apple didn't have pen and touch. Now, Apple for years worked very closely with Adobe. And as somebody who came from the advertising industry, all creatives used Apple. The guys in suits, we used to call them the pink shirt brigade, because for a little while there they all came in wearing pink shirts, which was weird. But yeah, all the account guys used to come in pink shirts. It was just a fashion fad. But they all had PCs and all the creative guys had Macs. It's just the way it was. But how do I put this? Yeah, it's just the way it was. And Adobe and Apple used to work really closely, and that was absolutely great. And so you just associated Apple with creativity. And, you know, Apple were the creatives and PCs were for the business users. But when Apple stopped, when Apple never got into pen and touch and PCs did, my nose was kind of put out of joint by that. You know, strangely enough. So I switched over and I decided to get rid of my iPhone, to get rid of my iPad, to get rid of my MacBook Pro. I gave my iPad to my little boy, who was 2 then. I put it in a military grade case with a drop height of 7 feet, 8 feet. I put my phone on the, you know, in a drawer and got myself that with a stylus, and I upgraded my my MacBook Pro to a Surface Book with a stylus. Now, got myself yeah. And I also got myself a new computer as well for using on my desk. But so I moved over to Windows. It's a shame it wasn't one operating system for my tablet, my phone, and my computer. But, you know, that was the only thing, really, my only downside. And I was amazed that everything was all on, you know, all my applications, all my programs, bar one. I was able to swap over to, and it wasn't a great loss. I think there was some licenses that weren't easily swappable, like my Adobe stuff. I didn't have to blink. I just uninstalled it and reinstalled it on the PC, and it was fine. There were some companies where I would have to buy again, but I just called the companies up. I had little net chats with them, and they were like, "Oh, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah. You install it, and we'll change your we'll give you new codes. We understand that you're swapping. Yeah, it'll be fine." And they were great about it. There was only one company that said, "No, you have to buy it new," and that was Camtasia, that do the video editing stuff. I had 2 conversations with them. First conversation, they just said, "No, you have to buy it new." So I said, "Okay, whatever. I just won't use you." And then I rang them back 3 days later and pretended like the first conversation had never happened. And the guy was like, "Let me pass you across to somebody else." And then he passed me across to somebody else, and the person I spoke to then said, "No, you have to buy it new." So I just went, "Okay, I'm not using you." And I taught myself Premiere instead. So I just thought, no. Camtasia, I don't like it anyway. It crashed all the time, so I wasn't happy. So I taught myself Premiere. I've been happier ever since. Anyway, I can't remember why I got on that path, but yeah. No, I remember now. Yep. So I ended up with a better phone because I had pen and touch. I ended up with a better device for everything. And I've been totally happy ever since. I think Samsung, if they're not doing a phone with a pen anymore, I think somebody else is going to have to do that. Now, Samsung have been partners with Wacom. Samsung actually own about 10% of Wacom. They don't really shout about it, but it's not really a secret because people talk to me in the comments about it now and again. And that's why they've got such a great pen stylus on the Note 8 and Note 9, because you know they own a bit of Wacom. You know, that's why it has tilt and everything. But there are some other great companies out there. You know, if Samsung don't want Wacom doing a stylus for somebody, but Wacom sell their stylus technology to other companies anyway. So I'm sure OEM, you know, they'd be allowed to do it for other people, especially if they don't want to make their own Note phone anymore. Maybe the S Pen does work on the foldable phone. I don't know. Nobody said anything about that, at least not that I know of. That'd be great to know if anybody does know. So if Samsung doesn't want to make the Note phone, I would love to know if another phone manufacturer out there wants to. That would be absolutely great. I'd be happy to work on that as a consultant, or, you know, give some advice as an artist. Yeah, I'd absolutely love to. I think we need more, you know, even if Samsung were making the Note line still, I'd still want more competition out there. I think competition is good, it breeds innovation. But yeah, I think we need another phone with a stylus out there now. And this is something we were talking about the other day on this channel in these daily videos, is we need, you know, that level of competition about the innovation. We were talking about whether Microsoft should buy out Huion. And yeah, it's about breeding the innovation within companies. I think we need a new phone company to create a stylus phone. And I think there's a market for it, because, you know, the Note phone's been around for so long now. I think that's proven a point. And there are quite a few phone companies now. I think there's one called, is it Doggy? Dodgy? Can't be that. But yeah, there's one out there that's got, you know, a phone that has loads of like clampable pieces where you can put a camera bit on there, an extendable battery bit on there, kind of a walkie-talkie bit on there, and all kinds of bits. You know, that looks fairly high spec and good. Yeah, all very interesting. I'm sure there's loads of phone manufacturers out there now. Be really interesting to see. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think? What would you like to see? What do you think of the stuff that Samsung announced? I mean, they announced some, like, let's see, I put some pictures in here. The earbuds. They announced earbuds. Personally, I just buy cheap and cheerful earbuds because I know how I go through stuff and break stuff. Again, that's from my Apple days. I used to break cables all the time. I used to break headphones all the time. So for me personally, yeah, just, you know, going through all that stuff, I wouldn't spend money on the decent headphones. I don't think I'd lose them. I just think I'd break them. I'd probably drop one on the floor and stand on it while I was looking for it. The old S Pen. That's the Note 9 S Pen. I like my Note 8 one, but don't like the Note 9 one. The yellow. The foldy phone. The foldy phone. So there's the folding phone again. I'm gonna clean my Note 8 in shame. But yeah. I mean, really, is that too much to ask that I really want? Stick my pudding lip out there. I just want my Note 8. So the foldy phone looks like it's killed my my Note 8. Or they killed it so they can make that. I understand that they don't want too many models on the market. They also make more smartwatches. I love smartwatches. I think smartwatches are great. Never owned one in my life. Reason being that I just don't want something on my wrist that permanently tells me how fat and out of shape I am. If they could just strip all the fitness stuff out and just put in stuff that could let me make a phone call and read my emails to me, that'd be absolutely great. That's all I want. Social media stuff, you know, tweet, like I could just send a tweet, or, you know, do social media stuff. Have it read stuff to me. Let me know when something important's happening. That's cool. I don't need anything more than that. So yeah, there was nothing else at the event that I think was really important. But like I said, I didn't get to watch it all, unfortunately. The only thing that I really cared about was the fact that there was no Note 10 and that it looked like the Note series has been killed off. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Share this video. Please share this video. Share my channel. Let the world know. That would be so awesome. Thank you guys. I shall speak to you all later. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you. I shall speak to you soon. And stay creative.